Trump ordered to pay ex-aide Omarosa Manigault Newman $1.3 million in legal fees. This is by Laura Romero and John Santucci. And so this is today, Wednesday, April the 20th, 2022. Former President Donald Trump presidential campaign has been ordered to pay nearly $1.3 million in legal fees to former White House aide Omarosa Manigault Newman by a New York court arbitrator. So the award handed down on Tuesday comes after Trump filed a complaint against Manigault Newman over her 2018 book Unhinged, an insider's account of the Trump White House, in which she called Trump a racist and suggested that he was in real and serious mental decline. So a source with the Trump campaign told ABC News that Trump intends to appeal the ruling. So Trump's arbitration complaint against Manigault Newman with the American Arbitration Association in New York City in 2018 alleged that she was in breach of a 2016 confidentiality agreement. So in September, arbitrator T. Andrew Brown ruled that the former president's non-disclosure agreement with Manigault Newman was unenforceable. Brown said in a ruling that the terms of the non-disclosure agreement were highly problematic because it did not adhere to typical legal standards, describing it as vague, indefinite, and therefore void and unenforceable. So, for those of you who maybe are not familiarized with who Omarosa is, this is a photograph of her. Um, she was going to be married to, I believe, Clark Duncan, who played in The Green Mile with uh, actor Tom Hanks. And I believe she's also worked in the White House before as with another administration that I can't recall. I believe it might have been with Clinton, if I'm not mistaken. If it wasn't, correct me on that one. Um, but she's no stranger of politics, put it that way. So in Tuesday's decision, as a matter of fact, I hate to not know something, but let me see. Okay, Omarosa, her history. I think she was an intern in the White House before, that I do know. And I believe it might have been with the Clinton administration. So I just wanted to clarify it, just to be. Yeah, it could have been with another one, but I'm just checking up on that. No, she was with Donald Trump. But this is photographs of Omarosa, and so you can see all of the pictures of her here. And Michael Clark Duncan, who she would have been married to. And she was a reality TV star. So I'm actually looking it up right now. So it says Omarosa Oni Manigault Newman, born 1974, often known as Omarosa, is an American reality TV show participant, writer, former political aide of the former U.S. President of Donald Trump. She became widely known as a contestant on the first season of the NBC's reality television series The Apprentice. And so Newman became assistant to the president and director of communications of the Office of Public Liaison from the Trump administration in January of 2017. So, however, on December 13, 2017, White House Chief of Staff John Kelly fired Newman, citing money and integrity issues as well as inappropriate use of company vehicles. So, afterwards, she um, competed twice on the Big Brother reality series. So in 2018, the first season, the Celebrity Big Brother US placing fifth, and 2021, the Big Brother Australia VIP placing 12th. So in August of 2018, we published a book called Unhinged, detailing the tenure at the White House and criticizing the Trump administration and his administration. For 2 days before the book was released, she released the first as of many 200 secret tapes that she had recorded during the White House tenure. So, of 21 April or April the 21st in 2022, she has released 4 tapes. So the first tape she released was secretly recording the inside situation room, described as one of the worst White House security breaches ever, though the tape is thought not to violate the Espionage Act. And so I guess they were under investigation for having the tapes in. So on March 15, 2020, she was forced to pay $61,585 to the U.S. Treasury for her violation, the Ethics of Government Act, and the judge described as a willful violation. So there was some problems with that. So after receiving countless reminders to submit her final financial disclosure after being fired from her position at the White House. And so there's this history here. And so in the earlier life, I'm trying to get to the part where, yeah, so I guess I was right. So Newman worked in the office of the Vice President Al Gore during the Clinton administration. So she is said to lead or have a job that had been very difficult in a difficult environment because they don't believe in training. So they just kind of throw you in the fire. So Gore's former office administrator, Mary Margaret Overbay has said in 2017 that Newman was the worst hire we ever made. So she was later transferred to the Clintons' Commerce Department, and this was via White House Personnel Office. So Cheryl Shavers, who then served as the Commerce Department's Undersecretary of Technology Administration, said Newman was unqualified and disruptive, adding, "I had her removed." So that's sort of like a background of Omarosa. So anyway, to go back to the article, looks like she's on the winning side for right now. So in Tuesday's decision, Brown said that Manigault Newman was defending herself in a claim which was extensively litigated for more than 3 years against an opponent who undoubtedly commanded far greater resources than did respondent. And so following the order, Manigault, her attorney, tweeted that $1.3 million attorney fee cost order against the Trump campaign issue. So highest known prevailing party attorney fee assessment against the president or a presidential campaign. So during the 2016 presidential campaign, Manigault Newman served as a liaison to the Black community. In her subsequent role as the Director of Communications for the Office of Public Liaison, she was the highest-ranking African-American woman in the White House. So she resigned from the position in December of 2017 after reports of tension between her and the Chief of Staff, John Kelly. And so that's pretty much sums it up. And this is another still photo of Omarosa Manigault. And so that is one biggie right there. So we shall see how that turns out and what results in all of the money and what happens next.